If you're seriously considering getting started with an acting career, maybe you're already somewhat down that path, you need to keep one thing in mind when you're launching your career, and that is, how do you get started properly and set yourself up for success right out the gate without any prior training or friends or connections in the industry? Like, what do you do? My name's Daniel Brea. I'm the CEO of Dream Reach Media. We help actors and media artists create their own paths to creative and financial independence through all kinds of content like this and other stuff. Check me out, Daniel Brea, on all the social stuff. But there should be a link here too if you want to follow and find more content like this. Like, subscribe, comment, do all this stuff if you want to see more. That having been said, let's move into this little video. What do you need to do to get started the right way as quickly as possible? Well, first and foremost, you need to know what acting really is. It's fairly simple at its core. It's conveying something believable on screen. So you need to take fictional lines that somebody wrote and you need to reiterate them as a person that person wrote, and you need to make it believable. And if you can do that, you're an actor. Now, there's a lot of complexity to that because it's actually kind of hard to connect with a different character that's not you and deliver those lines in a way that doesn't just seem like you're reading. We need to feel. It needs to resonate. That's what turns it into an art, is when a human being on the other side of the lens, meaning watching the film, can actually feel through your performance. That means you're connecting and they believe it, and it's doing what the project's supposed to do, which is put that person who's watching it in a certain emotional state, to put them on a journey with you, right? So that's what we're all about with acting and producing content. But how do you get started? That takes some training. So you do have to sign up. You don't have to, but it's recommended you sign up for classes. That's not something that ever stops. People go to workshops all the way. The A-listers still do rehearsals and practice, but that's like with anything in any sport. You stop practicing, you get rusty. So that goes without saying, but that's sort of a long road, and that's something that you always have to do. Aside from signing up for classes and honing your craft, how can you get started right now? Well, you need to make it as easy as possible for yourself to be good. And the best way to do that is to find your brand and stick to that. There's a certain range everybody has, just like in singing. There's a certain range that you can stray from the center. Like, I'm me as a human being, and I can only go so far outside of that before it starts being not believable anymore. But I am best at being me. So when you think about your brand starting out, think of who you are. Get some perspective on that from others, who you are as a person. And that'll do a couple of things. That'll, first of all, give you a focal point of the character that you can initially and right away bring to the table yourself. And if you don't think you are a character, you are. Everybody feels like they're not unique, but you are unique. Whether you want it or not, whether you're calm or not, whether you're loud or subdued, it doesn't matter. You're you. You're unique. Now we need to learn how to exploit the attributes that make you you to a degree that it's sort of packageable and marketable. And that's where you start honing your brand and becoming this person who's known for that thing being you, right? So the trick is, and this is a very surface level video, again, for more content like this and going deeper, check out the YouTube page a little more or hit us up. But you want to make sure that you launch yourself with the best possible chance, which means do what you're best at, and you're always best at being you, okay? So focus on creating a brand that complements what you already can do well. If you're a funny person, be a light, funny person in your roles that you submit to and try to package yourself for. Don't try to go for the heavy drama. Even if it's something that you want to do, stay focused and get jobs with what you're good at, and then over time branch out and expand your skill set. You can't cry on cue quite yet, even if you think you can. If you're just starting out, if that's not your thing that you've been so amazing at and you've done it a million times to your mom when you were a kid and you fool everybody with how you can just break out into tears, maybe that's not where to focus your initial few projects on, right? Your initial few, by projects I mean endeavors to going out and getting jobs. So keep that in mind. To get started properly, you got to be believable, and that's the core of acting. And to be believable, the easiest way to do that is to be yourself. And just being yourself isn't enough. You need to be yourself but also package yourself, your assets, your headshot, your reel, and everything to elevate and exemplify the best parts of yourself. Hope that helps. Click for more content. Looking forward to seeing you in Hollywood.